Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we go into two league games once again. This time away against Sudtirol and then against Bari at home. Since you were last with us, form has continued to be reasonably strong. We remain unbeaten so far. However, it was a good win last time out at home against Parma, but we continue to draw quite a few matches at the moment. And as such, because of that, we remain one of two unbeaten sides in the league. Reggiana are also still unbeaten, but with 8 wins and 8 draws from our point of view, Reggiana have won 13 and drawn 3. So they're 10 points clear at the top of the table. And despite us being unbeaten, we're only just ahead of Spezia on goal difference and only 2 points clear of Verona and Bari, with a further 2 points to Sudtirol. So both sides that we play today are challenging for the playoffs at the moment. It'll be a good test for us, that is for sure. Can we extend our unbeaten run? It'd be really good if we could, but at the same time, we're performing above expectations anyway. Heusser wants to start more games at the moment, so we are trying to play him a little bit more often. We have transfer listed Pascali Camden. He hasn't been getting regular game time. He's come to us and said that he's not happy. So we are trying to offload him at the moment, and he is actually wanted by Elche in Spain. And Bettina is another one. He's struggled to get into the side really, even last season as well. He really struggled to get into the side, so he could be leaving under a £2 million offer at the moment from Alicante. We'll see what happens with that one. And the other one that could potentially be leaving also is Tobias Jensen. He's only been with us since the start of this season, but again, not been getting regular game time, and he is wanted by Valladolid, also in Spain. So again, we could make a good profit on him. We did sign him on a free transfer. We have already agreed some deals as well for January to come into the squad as well, but we'll get into those in the next episode, which of course will be our transfer special from January. So going into today's games, not too sure what to expect. Like I say, it's been a bit of a strange one. We've won game when we've won the games, we've won them quite well, but 2 wins from our last 7 games. The other 5 have been draws. So we're resilient, if nothing else, but we're just lacking that little bit of a finishing touch in matches at times, and hopefully we can improve that today and get a win away from home. It would be quite nice because our away form is what has really slowed us down, if truth be told. We seem to be dominating proceedings early on here. 3 attempts at goal, none on target. Sudtirol yet to really get firing. Reggiana have taken the lead in their game away against Bari. Here's Michael Tilio with the delivery into the penalty area, and the header is clipping just off the outside of the post. And luckily, we get a goal kick, but all of a sudden, Sudtirol just growing into the game in this first half, but nothing really concrete from either side. Sudtirol have actually had more shots on target than we have. We've had a pretty slow start to the match, and here is Schmidt coming down this left-hand side, loses out to Palestra, who clears, but Verratti is there to pick it up, and now Coliseco into Heusser, switches the play to Kumbedi on that right-hand side, plays it into Mamadou Bar. He may be offside. He was just ahead, I think, of that last defender, and I'm not sure he's managed to stay on side here. Yeah, he hasn't. So it was a really good delivery from Kumbedi, but a little bit poor from Amadou Bar. He needs to be careful with these runs. He's got the pace to beat the defenders anyway, but for some reason he just seemed to switch off there, and unfortunately we failed to take advantage of it. Sudtirol, to be fair, they've had less possession, which is quite unusual from our point of view. 4 attempts on target out of 6 shots at goal now for them. We are yet to have a shot on target, so we really need to pick it up in this second half and find our attacking players a little bit more to work with. Schmidt just on a 6.3, and he's had that yellow card as well. Mamadou Bar on a 6.5 as well, and Rahman been non-existent in this game. And a bit of a a strange one there. Bishad in the Sudtirol goal did manage to just about keep that out, but he really fumbled with it. And Schmidt almost scored from a very odd angle. And he whips in a corner here, and Seiko is there. That's a lovely header from him. And once again, he is proving his worth from those set pieces. And I mean, he's scored plenty of goals for us, hasn't he, over the last couple of seasons from set pieces. And he's another one who may leave. I don't want him to, that is for sure. He's such a key player for us. But he is attracting interest from bigger clubs at the moment. Schmidt with another delivery, and there is Seiko again, and it's somehow cleared off the line. He's come back out to Schmidt. Can he get the strike away? Yes, he can, and it's a good save from Brishad there. And it remains 1-0, but very close to doubling our lead very, very quickly. And again, played in by Schmidt looking for Sacco, but Bishad makes a good claim. So all of a sudden, we have grown into the game a lot more at the start of the second half, and we are starting to dominate proceedings a bit more. Heuser into Paulo Reina, coming into the penalty area, still going, and that is a lovely goal from Paulo Reina. What a lovely bit of play from him. And in the end, he's put it into that bottom corner very, very nicely. A lot of finesse on that, and it was on his weaker foot. And considering where it was, I mean, Seiko found Heuser, and Reina just carried the ball straight across the penalty area. He wasn't under any pressure from a challenge. And again, he just slotted it into that bottom corner. Excellent, excellent stuff. And we have really done well at the start of this second half. We have a 2-goal advantage. Hopefully, we can hold on to it because it is something that we have struggled doing at times. Akanze is going to come on along with. Saying that. Have we got a left back? Yes, we do. So Frankeza can come on as well for Paulo Reina, who isn't quite doing as well fitness-wise at the moment. Thiago Schmidt is going to come off for Uberti as well. He's not at the best of games, Thiago Schmidt, and he's on that yellow card. Don't really want to be risking him. And Marco Verratti, he's had a very good game, but again on that yellow card. So we'll bring Justin Christoph on for him. And hopefully it just shows things up a little bit and we don't have to worry too much about these challenges. Here's Garbin. Plays it out wide to Busso, who plays it into Gozzi. That's a huge, huge miss from Gozzi. But again, we made these substitutions and it just seems to turn the tide in the match. And it's a bit of a concern, really, because it's almost like we're not carrying the quality forward into our bench players at the moment, unless it's just because they're not playing enough, maybe. I really don't know. Malakar's the last change, coming on for Mamadou Bar for the last few minutes, just because he's took a knock. But we've managed to see the game out. We remain unbeaten, 17 league games now, 2-0 victory away from home. And in the end, looking at the chances, Sudtirol will probably feel a little bit hard done by. Brazil rating is 7.6. Excellent performance from him. And 3 points on the board. And hopefully we may extend a bit of a gap to the chasing pack. Spezia do have a game in hand, in fact. So if they win that game in hand, they go on to the same number of points as we have. So, but other than that, we're 5 points clear of Hellas Verona and Bari. So we're not looking too bad. I mean, we're not looking at a title challenge by any means. We never were. We were looking at mid-table. But with the way that we're playing, certainly have to bear it in mind. Mamadou Bar will be out for the next game, which is a bit unfortunate. He's pulled his thigh. He's had a better season this season, to be fair. I know he's not playing quite at as high a level, obviously. His work rate isn't the best. He's a determined character, got plenty of pace about him. He's notched 9 goals in 13 league games this season, so he's doing very, very well at the moment. And hopefully that will continue. So Reina, with a very good performance, getting the man of the match. And we look to push on. Bettini has agreed to move to Alicante. We'll get 1.3 million of that into our budget. And obviously there, £2 million will come into the bank. And that is a job done where he's concerned. So we'll be back for the Barry game momentarily. So bear with me and hopefully another good result to come. Okay then guys, here we go. We are at home against Barry. A little bit more transfer news. Tobias Jensen has now agreed a move away to Valladolid for 1.8 million. We had him for 6 months and we made we pretty much made £2 million on him from a free transfer. I don't think that's too bad, really, considering he's not really played that much for us. And obviously, with Bettini leaving as well, we do have a little bit of transfer budget that we can make use of, but it's a case of bringing in the right type of player. We've already got 3 deals confirmed. I am working on a fourth at the moment as well, and obviously, all of this will come in tomorrow's episode. But just to give you an idea about exactly what's going on, we are looking quite good for bringing in a few new faces. Not necessarily straight into the first team, but certainly to bolster the squad. So hopefully they can do that. Going into today's game, not too much in the way of changes. Higo is back in the central midfield. He's missed a few games now with Heuser coming into the side for a few games. But other than that, it's exactly the same starting lineup, as well as Malakar coming in for Mamadou Bar, who is incidentally on the bench. He's fit enough for that, but he's not fit enough to start. So going into this game against Bari, they've had a decent season, to be fair, so far. They're sat in and around those playoff places. Can we go ahead and win this game as well? It would be good for us, that is for sure. Reggiana are up against Hellas Verona, so a tough game there as well. Reggiana and ourselves, of course, still the two teams remaining unbeaten. As Fortea plays it in, and we managed to get it away at the first time of asking, and it came well for Gratakos. And luckily, from our point of view, we did put it wide, but a very bright start from Barry. Very slow from our point of view. We are going to have to keep an eye on things going forward. Burdick has taken a knock already in this first half, but he is okay to soldier on as Sacco lays it back to Verratti. Now Ross, who's had an early yellow card, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him throughout the rest of this match. Rayner coming forward down this left-hand side, plays it forward to Schmidt, gets it into the penalty area. Malakar is there with the header, and it's a very good header, if truth be told. It's just unfortunate that he didn't hit the target. If he hits the target there, he probably scores. It was very well worked. Rayner here with the throw into Schmidt, back to Rayner. Plays it into Burdick, who's been brought down by Altair. No foul. It's come out to Coliseco. He gets tackled by Francesconi, and Kumbedi wins a tackle against Vivaldo as well. And getting a little bit heated between the two sides, a little bit of coming togethers, a little bit of sloppy play though as well as Kumbedi plays it in, looking for Mlakar, and again it's cleared this time from Altair. Francesconi into Gratakos, who had that big opportunity early in the game. And now Fortea coming down this right hand side, chance to get it into the penalty area, swings it in early. Vivaldo is there with the header, and it's just over. Brazil, luckily, not forced into making a save, but he was struggling to get there. So just a few warning signs coming in. We have been the better side, but again, we're just not finding that finishing touch at this moment in time. Reggiana have taken the lead against Hellas Verona, so they continue their fantastic form. And we've had twice as many attempts at goal than Barry in this first half. 4 shots on target from ourselves, just the one for them. We need to just find that goal in this second half just to give us that little bit of momentum. Rayner here, right at the very start, finds Higo and now Verratti. Out wide back to Rayner, lofts it over the top and Schmitz picks it up, fires it in, and Mlakar did really well. He attacked it at the near post. I'm hoping he stayed on side. Gasparini went to react to claim the cross, but Mlakar got there first, and the goal is awarded. So Mlakar doing very well in the end, just to kind of get in the way. I mean, Schmidt really fired this in. Rayner played it forward to him, fired in, and yeah, Gasparini went to claim the cross, and Mlakar just about managed to get there in between the two defenders. And we have a 1 goal advantage. Yeah, he's only just onside, in fact, there. But it's a very good, well taken goal from him. And deservedly so. We are now in front. Reggiana 2-0 up against Hellas Verona at half-time as well in that game. And looks like they're continuing their unbeaten run as well as ourselves here. And at 1-0, we're looking relatively comfortable, but we've still got to be careful. We can't rest on our laurels. 1-0 is never enough, in my opinion. 4 yellow cards. The yellow card thing really does irritate me because I'm frightened that people are going to get sent off. We'll get a Kanzi on in that defensive midfield. Heuser, I would normally bring on here, to be honest, but I'm not going to, purely because we need to keep an eye on these wingers. Schmidt is going to come off for Uberti, Burdick is going to come off for Benedetti, and Benedetti is going to be in as that shadow striker once again. He's had a couple of good games recently, to be fair, Benedetti. Hopefully that will continue today. Um, we'll leave it at that for now. We've got the two players on there still on yellow cards, so just have to be a little bit careful, but hopefully we should be fine. Um, Ballyraman, he's had a few poor games recently. He doesn't seem to have continued where he started the season off, but luckily other players have stepped up, so we are in a good position regardless. And Rahman, we will take off now. He's not had the best of games. Tobias Jensen, we're going to bring on for potentially one of his last games for the club. I'm not too sure, obviously, how the rotation will work in these last few matches, but it could be a couple of players last couple of games. To be fair, we'll bring on Bettini as well for his potential last game as well. At least you guys have seen him get a run out before he leaves, and hopefully we'll see this game out. But with 5 minutes of added time to go, Graticos with a free kick, and there is the header from Cassano. Luckily, it wasn't challenging Brazil, and it comfortably went wide of the post. And I mean, we've had more yellow cards today. We've really been poor with our discipline in some recent games, but we've gotten away with it. It's 3 points on the board and a clean sheet. So we're looking pretty strong at the moment. We remain unbeaten, 18 league games now, and finally we're starting to win some more of the games than draws. Reggiana managing a 2-1 victory over Hellas Verona, so they maintain their 10-point gap. Spezia have actually lost a game, so we have a 3-point gap over them and 7 points over Sudtirol and Perugia. If we want to get back in Serie A, of course, we do need to finish in this top two, but it could be too soon, if truth be told. I'm not complaining. Obviously, from a financial perspective, getting promoted would be fantastic, but we really have to be careful. Because if we got relegated again, I don't think the board would be quite as forgiving second time round, if truth be told. So we're going quite well. I say quite well. We're still unbeaten, so we're going very well. In fact, we've got the Italian Cup semi-final second round against Hellas Verona, and we're at home for that one. Hopefully, we can continue our good run of form and get into the next round of the cup. Some tough league games in the process, especially in January. I dare say we might not end up unbeaten by the end of January with the likes of Bologna and Salento to play. We'll come back in February after the January transfer window. We'll have our January transfer roundup with the game against Vicenza. And hopefully, in the meantime, we can continue our push to get promoted back to Serie A at the first time of asking. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.